Hallo Leute, willkommen zurück zu einer Production. Hier ist Robi und wir spielen weiter mit Genshin Impact. Wir sind bei Part 42 müssen wir sein. Hauen wir mal die ganzen Ausrufezeichen weg. Nächstes Beetle Fight. Zur Herausforderung. 80 schöne Urgesteine. Wer ist Nummer 4? Oh, Laden. Mehr sein als nur Schein. Was haben wir noch? Ankündigung, die ihr eh nicht sehen könnt. Irgendwelche Aktionen. Ah, wunderbare Kisten gibt's wieder. Die hatte ich schon ein paar Mal in meinem alten Account. Das war... Ab wann? Ab wann? 24.01. Ne, 22.01. bis 29.01. Das heißt Montag, oder? Also ab Montag haben wir ein neues Event. Bisschen Kohle. Sonderaktion muss ich noch machen. So, dann machen wir hier weiter. Nummer 4.
No, this makes no sense. How did you do that? My reputation is destroyed!
Was ist denn los?
It was an honor doing battle with you, good sir.
Schon verloren!
What the? So polite.
So, been busy losing while we were away, Bullchucker?
I don't see it that way. Unless the bona fide Beetle Battle King is ready to give up now, he hasn't lost to me yet. In battle and in life, it's normal to hit setbacks every once in a while. But a setback only turns into a failure if you make the decision to stop trying.
Oh, wahre Worte.
Word. Heck yeah! I ain't about to admit defeat yet.
Still, there's nothing to be gained from constantly making excuses. Don't put all your energy into talking garbage. Spend it on fighting a little harder instead.
Oh, burn.
Hat hart getroffen, ne? Der Satz.
Oni King, this brand of enemy doesn't seem to be your area of expertise. I advise you send in another of your generals and observe the duel in detail. Watching others do battle is also a crucial part of a warrior's training. Some skills one learns by doing, others one learns through observation.
Der Kleine ist nicht schlecht. Er weiß, was man machen muss, ne? Komm, Oni King.
Good point, Grandmaster. And good timing, compadre. Oni King's right hand, I'm handing the fight over to you.
Finally, it's your turn! Make it count, Traveler.
Locker flockig.
So, I'm going head to head with the legendary Traveler. Guess I better look sharp.
Los geht's. Mein Oni ist eine Maschine. Das Gedrückthalten der Schutztaste verbraucht fortlaufend Ausdauer, um den Schild gegen gegnerische Düsenströme aufrecht zu erhalten. Kriege ich hin. Also übertreib halt. So kurz, hä? Kleiner. Okay, den kann man nicht blocken. Wenigstens ihm auch noch eine mitgegeben. Alter. Dann streue ich dich halt zurück. Kein Bock da jedes Mal hier. Nein! Also der nervt mich übelst. Hier. Ach, zu früh. Am besten immer warten und auskontern. Beste.
Nicely done. You beat me. I'd go as far as to say that it's an honor to lose against the Traveler.
Kein Problem.
Ah, so that's how you do it. I never would have
Genau.
thought of that.
Einfach immer nur aufpassen, Ito. Ein bisschen kontern.
Yep, when you're up against a cunning enemy, you gotta get creative. When your tactics fail, you have to change your point of view. In our journeys far and wide, we often have to think on our feet.
So sieht's aus.
Clinging to old methods can never solve the problem, no matter how hard you try.
I think Shinobu said something like that once too. I guess there's something to it after all.
Einfach ignorieren. Ito ist so einer, der macht immer die gleiche Keule auf den gleichen Kopf.
But I'll mull it over some other time. Right now, my focus is on the task at hand. More beetle fighting!
Machen wir Erschöpfung. Der Troll wird jetzt bestimmt wieder voll abgehen. Da! Baum! Baum! Oh. War fast leer. War dumm. Bye bye. Bye bye. Karate! So. Wunderschön. Jetzt noch die schönen Dailies.
Mondstadt is a beast of light, both old and young. Old in the sense that it
So.
constantly requires someone's protection, yet too young to ever survive on its own. That's why there's people like me. I care for Mondstadt just as the other sisters care for the believers. We are all guiding that which we love onward on the path towards freedom. Huh? Why do I call it a beast of light? Because people like myself can only be found in the dark.
Ey, Rosaria. Das war ja richtig tiefgründig. Weil ich Freundschaftslevel aufgelevelt bin, hast du jetzt gesagt? Aber du bist nicht so. Ich sehe dich auch im Licht. So. Ich habe keinen Schlüssel. Dann bringt es da hinten eh nichts hinzufliegen. So, ich wollte... Soll ich entweder... Ah ne, es ging ja noch nicht weiter. Die Teestube Komorel ist leer. Ich muss erst einen Legendenauftrag machen. Gleich 2. Carassius, Auratus und Grus Nivis. Ich wollte eigentlich Jean machen. Und dann machen wir jetzt wohl Carassius Auratus oder Grus Nivis. Ah, Joemir ist es. Feuerwegsmädchen. Und gewebte Wünsche. Wen machen wir zuerst? Da. Unsere Ayaka.
This must be...
Das muss...
It's a festival promotion.
Es ist Werbung für ein Fest.
Hey, speaking of, we haven't been anywhere fun since we arrived in Inazuma.
Gehst du dorthin, Ayaka?
No, what made you think that? Festivals are a common occurrence here in Inazuma. We in the Yashiro Commission are very well acquainted with these sorts of customs.
Und das heißt?
Each season brings its own festival, and each festival in turn brings a fresh challenge to the task of maintaining public order. So, while festivals are undoubtedly joyous and lively occasions, for us, they are also a cause for concern.
Sicherheit?
Oh, my apologies. I should stop thinking about work. This is hardly relevant to the matter at hand. This store here is the place I wanted to visit.
Oh, so you weren't checking out the promotion? Well, let's take a look inside then.
Welcome. I have all the latest styles. Please take a look.
Sieht irgendwie alles aus wie Blume, Pink und Lila.
Oh, it's Miss Kamisato with guests from overseas. Welcome to Ogura Textiles and Kimonos. Are you here to purchase fabric or for tailored garments?
Oh, greetings to you too. I have a design here for a garment. Would you be so kind as to take a look?
Immer doch für die Ayaka. Du bist hier ein Promi wahrscheinlich.
Oh, Ayaka came prepared.
Genau.
Let me see. This could be...
It could be...
Everything.
Oh, it's a very fine design. Miss Kamisato, you'd like us to make a kimono following this design, yes?
Please, if you could.
I'm honored that you'd choose Ogura Textiles and Kimonos for your tailoring needs. However, there is one rather difficult problem.
Jetzt kommt's.
Based on the design, this kind of kimono would require silk made from the silk flower. The majority of Inazuma's silk is imported from Liyue Harbor, but given the current climate...
Ich hab genug bestimmt.
As you well know, Inazuma is currently under a strict lockdown. In all honesty, the impact on the textiles industry has been quite significant. We're struggling to import high-grade fabrics. So much of our tailoring business has been put on hold indefinitely. But of course, where our customers are able to provide the fabric themselves, we can still be of service.
Easy.
So
Kriegst
you're
alles.
saying we need to go and buy some silk first?
If even Ogura Textiles and Kimonos can't get a hold of high-grade fabric, where would we buy it from?
You could try the International Trade Association. They are a little better connected than we are. After all, the association brings together merchants from all over the world. The only thing is their prices. They're not the cheapest. In times like these, though, we're lucky to even have an option of getting a hold of the things we want in the first place.
Huh. So even just getting clothes made is an ordeal in Inazuma. Wait, the International Trade Association? That's Kurisu's thing, right? We haven't been to Rito in a while.
It looks like that will be our next stop.
Let's go.
Thank you ever so much. We will be back once we've acquired the fabric. Oh, in the meantime, I have one other very small request. Could you?
Why is she being so secretive all of a sudden?
Absolutely.
Much obliged.
My pleasure, Miss Kamisato. Honestly, I'm just as excited as you to see the end product. We haven't made a silk kimono for the longest time now, and this is a beautiful design.
That's very kind of you, thank you. Goodbye for now. Traveler Paimon, let's try our luck at the International Trade Association.
Nimm doch einfach die Seile, die ich dabei habe. Nö. Ich muss erst mal Kilometer weit reisen.
This is it, the International Trade Association.
Okay then, we need to talk to Kurisu, right? Doesn't look like he's here. Look, there he is.
Ah, looks like we found him.
What am I gonna do?
Mr. Kurisu, are you alright?
Oh, you're Miss Ayaka from the Kamisato clan. How do you do?
Better than you, it appears.
And if it isn't the Traveler, I haven't seen you in a while. I take it you've been out of Rito?
Es ist wirklich eine Weile her, dass wir uns begegnet sind.
Thanks again for your help last time. The association is back in business, and it's all thanks to you.
That's great, but, why were you staring into space just now? Did something bad happen?
Well, you see, it's embarrassing to admit, but some of the association's goods have been stolen by vagrants.
Jetzt muss ich die auch noch besiegen, oder was?
Which goods were stolen?
It was a batch of high-grade silk.
Zufall.
We imported a big batch of silk from Liyue several years ago. It's been sitting in storage ever since. Recently, we heard that clothing stores in the city have more or less sold all their silk stocks. So we figured now would be a good time to bring our batch out of storage, thinking it'd probably fetch a good price. The vagrants swiped the whole batch, then disappeared into the woods. I'd report it to the authorities, but... well, as you know, they don't think much of foreign merchants like us. The Kanjo Commission don't want to give us the time of day. Honestly, you can just tell that our suffering amuses them.
Eigentlich einfach reinstürmen, kurz sagen und fertig.
Well, I also take issue with aspects of the Kanjo Commission's operational methods. Please remember, Mr. Kurisu, that while you are here in Inazuma, you should be careful with your words.
Darf man sich nicht mehr beschweren.
My apologies. I had to let off some steam. Anyway, there doesn't seem to be much we can do ourselves to get our goods back. Perhaps I'm doomed to go bankrupt after all.
I am afraid I can't intervene in an official capacity, but I can still help you get your lost goods back.
Of course, I would never... Wait, what?
Huh?
Wirklich?
Yes, acting in my own capacity, mind you. Even then, there is no escaping the fact that my every action and word will be seen to reflect on the Yashiro Commission and the Kamisato clan. I do so not without reservations, so I hope that you will treat this matter as confidential.
Wahrscheinlich am Schluss erzählt er jedem, Miss Ayaka hat mir geholfen. Ich hab den Schutz.
That aside, as I'm sure you're aware, I'm afraid that I won't always be able to help you in such circumstances. Given your position and that of the International Trade Association, please try to exercise more caution in the future. You do not want to incur further unnecessary losses.
We will. We certainly will. But, are you sure this isn't gonna cause any issues for you? What if someone high up in the Kanjo Commission sees what you're doing and doesn't like it? You're a highly respected member of society. Surely putting your neck on the line for small-timers like me can't be worth the risk.
Very humorous. Let's not forget that I am the eldest daughter of the Kamisato clan. I would be very surprised indeed if anybody in the Kanjo Commission felt that I was accountable to them for my actions.
Whoa, that sent shivers down Paimon's spine! Does everyone from a powerful clan talk like that?
Mr. Kurisu, I need to know the exact time and location of the theft, and anything that stood out about the perpetrator's appearance.
Thank you so much. Let's see, it was 2 hours ago now, over at the,
Kurisu erzählt
Everyone,
alles.
please follow me to the scene of the crime.
Ich konnte nicht
The
mehr so schnell lesen.
investigation starts there.
All right, off we go!
Let's go. Off we go! Noch ein bisschen Seegras mit. Bisschen Steinchen. Lauter Quests hier.
Steadiest.
Take this!
Die Judenmeeresprössling.
Here we are. This is where we were robbed.
Hey, look on the ground. What are those?
Huh? Footprints. Very deep ones at that. Leading towards the forest.
Presumably the depth suggests that they were carrying something heavy.
Let's see where they lead. Fire hazard.
Easy.
Ooh, let me open it.
Alter, Alter, Alter.
Ooh, let me open it.
Hat er einfach dazugehört?
Up and away.
Immer den Fußspuren nach.
Stop, thief!
You think you can get your stuff back with this bunch? You must be dreaming.
Du weißt echt nicht, wer wir sind?
Why you better hope you have the courage of your convictions.
Why wouldn't I, old man? Answer me this. You're one of those Outlander merchants, right? You trade association types are worms. Coming over to our land, leeching off our people. Who's gonna leap to your defense, huh? Tell me, who's gonna stick their neck out for the likes of you?
Auch ein paar Einheimische. Siehst du?
Look at that. No response. You know I'm right. Face it. This is Inazuma. You've got no ties here. You're at the bottom of the pile. Can you really blame us for walking all over you?
You are despicable.
Hey! I just had an idea. Since you came all this way, how about we do some business?
Business?
Pay up. And you can take your fabric back. Sound good? If you ask me, it beats walking out of here with black eyes and a broken nose.
You're just a big bully.
Ich würde sagen, so einen kleinen Finger könnte ich jetzt annehmen von 3 Leuten.
What choice do I have?
Wait. Mr. Kurisu, please do not pay any money to this man.
But...
I trust you remember our agreement? If you keep your lips firmly sealed, I too shall uphold my end of the deal.
Oh, yes, of course.
Then please stand well back where it is safe. Now, it is time for me to honor my word!
Los geht's. Hauen wir die ein bisschen behindert oder
What a
richtig
lucky
behindert?
day.
Whirling
Komm.
snow!
Boom. Let's get this. What a lucky day. Say no more.
Also wie die absagt.
My apologies! Yeah!
Schau es mal an. Jeder Schlag. Ich sehe so viele Zahlen. Vor allem so hohe Zahlen.
Want a piece of my hammer? Let's get down to business.
Lightning flash! Fuse is lit! Here come the fireworks!
Time to clean up!
Time to clean up. Gehen wir auch hin.
You can't run! Punishment!
Also wir zocken dagegen nichts ab. Schau die Schläge doch mal an. Noch so schnell.
Well, that's resolved then!
Das war unglaublich, Ayaka.
No, please, It was nothing. I was simply doing my duty.
Miss Kamisato, Traveler, are you hurt?
No.
Don't worry, we're fine. The vagrants left in quite a hurry. It would seem they didn't have time to take anything with them. I believe your stolen goods should all be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You'd best do a count.
6, 8, 10. Yep, it's all here.
Great! Now we can finally buy some silk!
Buy silk? You mean you need some of the silk here?
This was indeed our intent.
Don't get us wrong, though. That's not the reason we helped you out. Even if it were just a few carrots or cabbages, chances are we still would have helped you get them back.
Genau, Paimon. Immer lieb sein.
Paimon thinks we're pretty lucky. If we arrived any later, our chances of getting silk in Inazuma would have been 0.
I honestly can't thank you all enough. Please, say no more. You need silk? I'll pick out a piece for you right away.
Thank you, good sir. How much do I owe you?
Oh, it's free of charge. I could never ask you to pay after everything you've done for me.
No, that will never do. Things cost what they cost, and what they cost is what I shall pay. Merchants already have enough challenges to deal with, and as Paimon explained, my help was unconditional. Please, sell your wares to me at the price you would sell them to any other customer. There is nothing to feel distressed about, because nothing, I repeat, nothing happened here in these woods today, did it?
Nein, nur ein unspektakulärer Spaziergang durch den Wald.
Thank you. I don't think I could ever repay you. You have helped me greatly, and I will never forget it. I'm afraid we must part ways. I must get these goods back to the association. If you ever need anything at all, just come to the International Trade Association and ask for Kurisu.
Very well. And thank you for the silk, Mr. Kurisu.
See you then! Bye! Safe journey home! Don't go getting robbed again!
Das wäre lustig.
Traveler, thank you for stepping in to help out.
Keine Sorge, dafür bin ich ja da. Das war keine große Sache. Keine Sorge, dafür bin ich ja da.
But how come those vagrants didn't seem to know who you were? They must move in completely different circles. Maybe they've never seen anyone from the Kamisato clan before.
Perhaps. Either way, I'm glad they didn't recognize me. The fewer people who know what happened today, the better.
It's not every day an important person like you helps out someone like Kurisu. It really shows what a great person you are.
Oh, your praise is quite unwarranted. I merely did what anyone in my position would have done.
Leider nicht jeder.
I admit that it did feel strange for me to come to his aid. But this should have nothing to do with identity or social class. As far as I'm concerned, it was one individual helping another in need. I guess that deep down, I don't see how a society can be considered just when people encounter such obstacles in their livelihoods. Sorry, I'm getting off topic.
Kein Problem.
Right. Let's head back to Ogura Textiles and Kimonos and give our hard-won silk to the shopkeeper.
Okay. Take this.
Take this. Ah, die hab ich schon gemacht, ja. Hey Kumpel, was geht?
You're bellowing thunder.
To the ferry.
Da war noch irgendwas. Der kleine Blitzele. Blitzgeist. Fake Seeli, was bist du? Noch nicht hoch. Komm ich da nicht hoch, ey? Katastrophe. Sonst komme ich über jeden Wasserfall hoch.
Fire hazard.
Bam, 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 bam.
Fire, please.
Also, jetzt ganz da oben, ich jetzt. Natürlich komme ich da jetzt nicht hoch. So. Oh oh. Aber reicht für 2 Jumps.
Ooh, will we find any firework materials in here?
Ist hier irgendwas, Kumpel?
Lightning flash. Judgment. I must leave.
Ah, ich schon jetzt. Ey.
Cheap tricks.
Go the ship down. You
Den
can't
auf
run.
nie kämpfen. Am Land viel besser. Ui, guter Schaden, ne?
Fuse is lit.
Like this.
Oh, hier ist Elektro. Da. Den holen wir noch kurz, bevor wir zu unserer Schneiderin gehen. Ich dachte schon, jetzt bin ich wieder nicht hoch. Oh. Und jetzt hier. Oh, die Steine sind so kacke hier. Perfekt. Immer das gute Krabbeln. Dann nehmen wir den Elektrokokulus. Nein! Ich habe einmal zu viel Kreis gedrückt. Oh Mann. Ich habe irgendwie leichter hoch. Dann nimmt man sich die ganze Mühe, da hoch zu krabbeln. Und dann macht man selber Scheiße. Ja. Der Mutter hat mich ein bisschen getröstet. Aber nur ein bisschen. So. Wie schnell kommen wir da hoch? Perfekt. Und hier kommen wir locker runter. Perfekt. Da. Da müssen wir hin. Hep, hep.
Hey there, we're back!
Welcome back! So, any luck at the International Trade Association? Did they have any silk in stock?
Natürlich.
Yes, they did. Here.
Excellent news! So, apart from the silk, I think everything else I need I've got in store already. I just need to go and take stock of our materials. It won't take me a moment. I'll be right back.
They better all be there!
I do hope nothing else is missing. Traveler, on the subject of garments, I've been meaning to acquire a new outfit for you, too.
Ooh.
It's just, I wasn't sure how you'd feel about the idea of dressing in Inazuman attire.
Das ist ein sehr netter Gedanke, doch ich bin mit meinen aktuellen Kleidern sehr zufrieden.
Oh, are you sure?
Wenn ich mir zu viel Gedanken um mein Aussehen mache, verliere ich mein Biss in der Schlacht. Diese Kleider bedeuten mir sehr viel.
Is that so? Impressive. So travelers of your stature hold themselves to a dress code, as well as a code of conduct.
Nö, ich mag sie einfach nur.
More like when you're away from home, you've gotta live by certain rules to survive, whether you like it or not. But Paimon would still love to check out some Inazuman outfits.
Hat man hier auch Paimons Größe?
Just what is that supposed to mean? They make them in whatever size the customer asks for.
Your interactions are so adorable to watch. I can certainly find someone to tailor a Paimon-size outfit if Paimon so wishes.
Ayaka, du bist zu freundlich. Danke, aber Paimon ist zufrieden, wie wir sind. Nee, Ayaka, du bist zu freundlich.
Well, if you're sure, as you wish. Something else I've been wondering is, how do people in other nations dress?
Sie kleiden sich sehr modisch.
They sure do. Each nation has its own unique style. Traditional, fancy schmancy, casual, all very different, but each style is suited to its region.
Ich mag das Fancy Smanchy. Und was hat sie gesagt?
The study of clothing is a profound discipline, and I still have much to learn. When clothing becomes part of the expression of one's personality, even an extension of one's body, that is quite a wonderful thing. So I'm not against dressing up. Far from it.
Paimon agrees. You couldn't have put it any better.
Paimon, you're so adorable that you could wear anything and it would look lovely on you.
Wow! Paimon just got a compliment.
Natürlich, Paimon.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I've checked my inventory.
Thank you. Is there anything else you're missing?
Fortunately not. I have all the materials I need. As for the size, would you like me to go by the dimensions given on the design?
Yes, please.
Understood. I'll get to work shortly. In total, that'll be this much.
Was? Ein Winke-Winke?
Here you go. Is it possible to treat this as an urgent order?
Well, luckily, we don't have any other urgents at the moment, so I can begin work right away. It will still take me some time, though, so please come and collect it later. Until then, I'm sure you'll find somewhere nearby to pass the time.
Good idea. Let's check out the whole area. We don't want to leave any loose ends.
There will be no loose ends while you're in my company. I already decided where to go while we wait. For our next stop, I'd like to take you both for a meal.
Food? Oh, Paimon likes this plan.
Perfekt. Ich selbst bekomme nämlich langsam auch etwas Hunger.
I picked the venue especially for you. A humble local eatery called Kiminami Restaurant. I thought that the relaxed atmosphere there would suit our day much better than the prohibitively formal one of a high-end restaurant. Shall we head off?
Yep. Paimon can't wait.
Geh mal Fußen. Essen aus der Ferne. Überall lassen die Büsche gerade mal zu Tacke fallen, ey. Die schönen Pilze.
Are we here? Ooh, it's one of those street side places. Looks cute and cozy.
Welcome! Oh, Miss Kiminami. How do you do?
Ah, Miss Kamisato. Perfect timing. Your booking was for... well, right now.
I believe so. We'll be sticking to the order I placed in advance. As for the other matter we discussed, thank you for your help.
Excellent. No problem. And everything you asked for is ready and waiting. Traveler, tiny customer, please wait here for a moment while I prepare your food.
Immer schön, wenn sie genannt wird. Kleiner Kunde.
Go ahead and take a seat. There is something I need to take care of, but I'll be back momentarily.
Ist etwas passiert? Ist ein Krampf? Brauchst du Verstärkung? Brauchst du Verstärkung? Nein. Ist etwas passiert?
It's nothing of that sort. I just have a few minor things I need to attend to. I won't be long.
She sure left in a hurry. Whatever it is, it must be pretty urgent.
So you two are Miss Kamisato's friends?
Hiya.
Well, we serve all the classics. Sure, there are fancier looking places out there, but the food here speaks for itself. Hope you enjoy it. Over the years we've been in business, we've gotten to know the Kamisato clan quite well. Miss Kamisato and her brother are both fond of our food. They're always sending staff down here to order something and take it back to them. Her table booking surprised me, not least because it was a group reservation. This is the first time I've ever heard of Miss Kamisato going out for dinner with friends.
The first time ever? Whoa. Guess that makes us pretty important people, huh?
Sure does. And I'm probably crossing the line here, but I'm just telling you what others have told me. Apparently, Miss Kamisato doesn't have a lot of friends.
Das überrascht mich wirklich.
How is that possible? She's so kind and polite to everyone. Paimon would have thought that would make her really popular.
Hätte ich auch gedacht.
That's what I used to think too. But it turns out the rules of social interaction are a bit more complicated than that. Nobody in the neighborhood has a bad word to say about her. They all say she's beautiful, elegant, graceful, not to mention that she belongs to one of the most illustrious clans in the land. In short, they see her as a model young lady. But that's just it. People look at her and they see a model of perfection, and they don't feel like that's something they can relate to. So the majority of kids from our ordinary families don't even try to talk to her.
Oh, die Arme.
So you see, on paper, she sounds like a girl everyone would want to get to know. But in practice, she finds it difficult to make friends.
Huh. Paimon never would have guessed.
We don't speak all that much, but we do go quite a way back. I've always admired her for taking on so many responsibilities at such a young age. So it makes me really happy to see her here with friends today. Anyway, relax, enjoy your meal, and please, talk to her as much as possible. I know she'll appreciate it. Consider it a favor for the whole neighborhood. Look after her for us.
Immer doch.
Huh? That sounded like Ayaka.
I'm so sorry, traveler.
War das eine Explosion?
Could you join me over there for a minute? I need your help with something.
Wollte sie ein Feuerwerk machen?
sorry. I didn't want to drag you away all of a sudden. I, just had a cooking catastrophe.
Oh, so that loud noise we heard came from the cooking pot.
As you can see, this house is right next to the restaurant. It's where the owner lives. Actually, this whole compound is the family's private property. I asked Miss Kiminami to prepare some ingredients and utensils for me, so that I could cook a special dish here.
Warum solltest du etwas kochen?
Right. If there's something you want to eat, you could just order it from the menu.
Actually, I wanted to cook something as a gift for Tsubaki. My mother mentioned in her notebook that Tsubaki enjoys food from all over the world. So I thought, if I'm going to meet Tsubaki, perhaps a dish from overseas would make a fitting gift.
A dish from overseas? So anything from outside Inazuma counts, right? If so, then we've got lots of options, don't we?
Tatsächlich, ich bin ein richtiger Küchenprofi.
That's what I was thinking. You must have picked up a lot of knowledge about different cultures on your travels. Hopefully including regional cuisines.
Was möchtest du? Schleim à gratin?
Can I leave you to finish this task then? Just as a personal favor. Is that okay? I'll be indebted to you.
Meine Zeit zu glänzen.
Great. But what kind of overseas dish would make a suitable gift? It needs to survive a journey from the kitchen to the recipient's doorstep.
Oh, Paimon knows! There's one dish out there that was practically created for this purpose!
3 Farbenklößchen.
Pizza!
Oh, Pizza?
Pizza?
It's an assortment of toppings and sauce spread over a bread base and cooked in the oven. And it's so good!
That does sound pretty good.
Was brauche ich für die Pizza? Natürlich habe ich nicht alles, oder? Käse fehlt mir. Natürlich. Pilzer. Wo kriege ich Käse her? Zehn Minuten! Mach gleich einen neuen. Kann ich Käse irgendwo kaufen?
Hi, Traveler. So strange to see Ayaka looking flustered. Whatever it is, I hope things will be all right.
Ich hoffe es auch. Als Redakteur. War hier nicht irgendein Foodladen oder irgendwas? Lightning Splash! Alter, Käse. Es scheint auch Käse. Da, Gemischtwarenladen. Durch Essen, oder? Natürlich. Oh, Nakokraut. Tofu nehmen wir gleich mal mit. Ich glaube gar keins. Garnelen habe ich auch gar keine. Reis auch nicht. Das glaube ich mal. Kann man immer gebrauchen. Den Rest habe ich eigentlich. Milch kann ich mitnehmen. So. Aber auch kein Käse. Catherine, wenn ich schon mal hier bin.
Thank you for Add
Kumbersch Käse. Nee, lauter Rezepte. Ah, auch kein Käse. Mehl kann man immer gebrauchen. Speck nehmen wir mit. Wurst nehmen wir mit. Davon habe ich einiges. Schadet nicht. Krebs kann man immer gebrauchen. Fisch auch. Ah, das Ding. Wo ich mein Alchemiezeug machen kann. Imbissverkäufer. Was hast du Schönes? Kreative Küche. Hä, das ist richtig. Du siehst, diese Straße ist voll mit alten, berühmten Läden, die den Leuten immer das gleiche alte Zeug servieren. Also dachte ich, dass jetzt etwas Kreatives und Neues vielleicht eine echte Menge anzieht. Neben gewöhnlichen Takoyaki und Sushi habe ich auch kreative Küche in der Speisekarte aufgenommen. Diese sind mein ganzer Stolz. Milch-Natto-Ramen, farbige, scharfe Klößchen. Was meint ihr? Klingt lecker, oder? Wie läuft das Geschäft? Ich bin schließlich neu im Kochen. Es wäre das Beste, wenn ich es langsam angehe. Obwohl meine Gerichte etwas seltsam klingen mögen, hat jeder, der sie probiert hat, gesagt, dass es ziemlich gut schmecken. Fräulein Kamisato von der Yashiro-Verwaltung hat meinen Laden das letzte Mal besucht und Gefallen an unserem Milchteesortiment gefunden. Aber vielleicht ist die Mischung der Speisen ein wenig zu fremd, denn wir bekommen selten wiederkehrende Gäste. Ich vermute, die Leute sind noch zu sehr an die normale Küche gewöhnt. Scheint so, als müsste ich mehr Arbeit in die Förderung all dieser Kreativität stecken. So. Dann gibt's wohl nichts hier. Ist doch scheiße. Da kann ich eh noch nicht rein. Sage ich doch. Ich glaube erst, wenn der Baum höheres Level ist. Irgendeine Trommel. 150.000. Komm, nehme ich mit. Vielleicht baue ich die irgendwann. Bestimmt in einem anderen Land kann ich Käse kaufen. Nee, Leo glaube ich auch nicht. Das ist doch scheiße. Noch 4 Minuten. Dann machen wir ein paar Speisen. Schadet nicht. Kann ich ein paar Urgestein machen, so. Was war's? 40 Gerichte perfektionieren. Noch einer. Fisch und Pfeffer. Fisch und Pfeffer. Gegrillter Tigerfisch. Gegrillter Fischspieß. Kommt 2 verschiedene Sachen raus. Man braucht nur eine Menge Fantasie. Dann machen wir es doch. Oh, ist es ein besonderes? Kicking. Kitching. Oh, direkte ihr Spezialanfertigung. Direkt beim zweiten Mal, nicht schlecht. Sarah, ihr Lieblingsessen. Mal schauen, ob ich hier direkten Glücksgriff habe. Yes. Aber wirklich direkt. Was haben wir da? 5 von 5 jetzt? Tofu und Seegras, Miso-Suppe. Machen wir doch. So. Wir haben es gleich. Machen wir noch ein Gericht. Da. Gute alte Sushi. Perfekt. Gleich machen wir eine perfekte Pizza. Da. Wunderschön. Kommen lauter neue Gerichte.
Is the pizza ready?
Natürlich. Ich hatte schon 5. Oh, von wo? Von wo? Nimm die perfekte Pizza. Abliefern.
Oh, it's ready.
Hier ist sie.
It smells delicious. You're an excellent cook, traveler.
Kein Problem.
I would love to be able to master dishes from all over the world.
Kriegst du bald hin. Kommst mit uns.
Well, all you need to learn is a recipe. We can bring you some more recipes in the future if you like.
Great. I look forward to learning from your culinary expertise.
How are you all doing? Whoa, is this... Miss Kamisato, this must be the dish you were talking about.
Yes, an overseas dish cooked by the traveler. Could I trouble you to package it for me?
Sure, no problem. Oh, it smells good. I bet it tastes amazing. Oh, now I really want to put something like this on our menu.
Mach doch.
Want us to teach you how to make it?
Oh, could you?
Na klar.
The most satisfying meals are the ones you share with other people. So Paimon thinks that our friends in Mondstadt wouldn't mind us sharing this dish with Inazuma.
Really? That's great. I've always wanted to learn how to cook some international dishes.
Ooh.
If you can write down a recipe for me, I'll add it to our menu and put a promotion where everyone will see it. Since we've become a closed nation, People haven't had the chance to try anything new. Traveler, you're the best!
Kein Problem.
I'll go pack up this dish for Miss Kamisato. Please, make your way back to the restaurant whenever you're ready. The food will be waiting for you.
Wir stehen für Fortschritt, nicht für Stillstand. Auch wenn es beim Essen anfangen muss.
You could have sold that recipe for a high price, but you selflessly gave it away for free.
Jetzt wird Paimon ausrasten, wenn sie daran denkt, oder?
You're a wonderful person.
Ach, hör auf, Ayaka.
I mean it. I admire you a lot, and I'm so proud to be friends with someone of such fine character.
Ich auch.
Well, you should probably write down the recipe now, no?
Yeah, let's make sure we include all the details and then give it to Miss Kiminami. So, pizza. Start with the basic ingredients.
Champignon plus Mehl.
Correctamundo. Right, now to add the next couple of ingredients.
Weißkohl plus Käse.
Yep, that's right. Now for the cooking instructions. Place onto oven rack at high heat and cooked until golden brown. Alright, it's done! Long may our reputations and our recipes precede us wherever we go in Inazuma.
Wir werden dann bekannt sein als die Erfinder der Pizza.
I have no doubt that they will. This dish is exquisite.
Cool! Then let's get this recipe to Miss Kiminami pronto!
Kiminami Anna.
Hey! Have you written out the recipe?
Natürlich.
Here it is.
Thank you! Wowie! This is so exciting. I want to make it right away.
Traveler, Paimon, please accept my sincerest apologies for delaying your meal.
Ach komm, ist nicht so schlimm.
No problem! Food always tastes better when you've worked up an appetite.
All right, let's dig in before it gets cold. Well, what do you think? Is Inazuman cuisine to your liking?
Yep.
It's amazing! Paimon loved this one! Oh, and especially that one over there!
Es war alles sehr lecker.
Good. I'm relieved. When I was attempting to cook earlier on, did you chat with the owner at all?
Ach was.
And did she, say anything about me?
She did, but don't worry. She's just happy for you is all.
She's happy for me? Oh, then she must have told you. Did she, what does it matter? I know just as well as anybody else that I've got no friends.
Ach komm. Und was mit Toma? Ich dachte, das ist auch ein Freund.
Hey, it's not you. Most people just haven't had the chance to talk to you one-on-one before.
Thank you for your comforting words, Paimon. It's all true, though. I just don't have very many friends.
Man braucht nicht viele, man braucht nur die richtigen. Das ist das Wichtigste. Damit man sich gut unterhalten kann, dem man vertrauen kann, dann läuft alles.
Most of the time I'm either accompanied by family or staff. So everyone must have found it quite a surprise to see me taking you out for a meal.
Ich bin dein Freund.
Exactly! You've got at least 2 friends right here.
Aww. Thank you. That makes me so happy. Excuse me. I'm forgetting myself.
Aber es ist so cute.
Hey now, expressing your feelings is the right thing to do. Keeping them locked away inside isn't gonna do you any good now, is it?
I agree. So, I just want to say how happy I feel that you both see me as a true friend.
Immer gern.
Of course we do. That's always been our style. If someone's nice to us, we're nice to them too. Friendship can go a long way. Take your mom, for example. She wrote about Tsubaki in her notebook, and now it's made you want to find them too.
Yes. I think friendship is an extremely precious thing, and ours is one that I will always treasure.
While we're on the topic topic, though, who is this Tsubaki person anyway?
Well, I think I have an idea, but it's just speculative at this point.
Ich höre.
I think that Tsubaki might be a fox envoy.
Fragezeichen. Keine Ahnung, was ist. Fuchsbotin.
A fox envoy?
Yes, that's what I think. Even I, my mother's own daughter, had never even heard of this friend before. It just seems so mysterious. So I think it must be someone with transcendent abilities who doesn't show themselves very often.
Hast du einen Yokai?
And fox envoys are nothing new. Stories have been told about them in Inazuma since ancient times. You must have met Kuji Yae before. Well, she's a fox envoy.
Meine Waifu?
That got me thinking. Maybe there are fox envoys out there in Inazuma that people just don't know about. And maybe Tsubaki is one of them.
Whoa! So Inazuma also has supernatural beings?
When you say also...
Well, before Inazuma, we spent some time in Liyue. They have lots of supernatural beings there, like the Adepti. All kinds of them, too. Up in the sky, down below the ground, in the water.
Really? I've come across such things being asserted in books, but to hear someone talk about it from first-hand experience is extremely surprising. So Liyue lives up to its reputation. Its culture has a long history and gives rise to the most beautiful legends. Quite captivating.
You should come visit Liyue with us sometime. The best part is, they have loads and loads of delicious delicacies.
Das Allerwichtigste für Paimon.
Really? I would love that.
Kriegen wir hin.
Speaking of delicacies, Traveler, Paimon, have you eaten your fill?
Oh, Paimon has.
Excellent. Then let's collect the kimono. Then we can pay a visit to my mother's mysterious and transcendent friend.
Let's go. Miss Ayaka hat keine Freunde. Aber keine Angst. Ich glaube, als ich mit dem Mann gespielt habe, kam es mir immer so vor, als will die was von dem. Das ist so ein bisschen, dass die Ayaka in ihn verknallt war. Wenn ich den AE-Fighter, heißt er glaube ich, spiele. Kann ich mich aber irren, aber so habe ich es irgendwie im Kopf.
Your garment is ready, Miss Kamisato. I've folded and packaged it for you. Oh, and the other item we discussed? That's ready too.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. It is a beautiful piece of clothing, and it was a pleasure to work on. See you again next time.
Traveler, I have a gift for you.
Wirklich?
Whoa, looks super fancy. Is that for wearing in your hair?
It's a hairpin in the style of a white heron. As well as a hair accessory, you can also use it as an ornament. I couldn't ask for your help and offer nothing at all in return, so this is my gift to you.
Es ist ein wunderschönes Geschenk, vielen Dank.
I'm glad you like it.
Speaking of white herons, that's what your title means, doesn't it? Shirasagi Himegimi. So this gift is like a little piece of yourself. It's just as elegant and beautiful as you are.
Also Paimon, du kannst Risen, aber wie noch was, Alter?
You flatter me, Paimon. If this gift reminds you of me, that is all I could ask for.
It definitely will. Alright, well, now we've got what we came for, we can set off. Time to go meet Tsubaki.
Aber das ist ein Artefakt, was ich von ihr bekommen habe. Ne, sieht nicht so aus. Sehe nichts Neues. Schade. Ah, ich kann jetzt Mona machen. Perfekt. Schalte sie gleich frei. Hier ist es nicht. Hier auch nicht. Ah, das ist eine Dekoration, okay. Schade, ich dachte, das wäre ein Artefakt. Nee, Artefakt wäre blöd, weil du würdest ja deleten wahrscheinlich. Auflösen, wenn es lila wäre. Wenn du es nicht mehr brauchst. Dann wäre es ja kein Andenken. Oh fuck. Ich muss nach unten. Shit. Wir müssen ja nach unten.
So, a transcendent being lives here? Ugh. If someone lives here, then why is it so chilly?
I'm asking myself the same question. How strange. I'm quite sure that this is the location my mother wrote about, but surely...
Vielleicht haben wir es falsch verstanden. Vielleicht ist Tsubaki wirklich eine Fuchsbotin.
I'm starting to have second thoughts. But since we're here, I still think we should go inside and explore in full.
Yeah, makes sense. Who knows? Maybe there's a surprise waiting in there for us. So, what does the notebook say exactly?
Let me think. A crane brings one fresh flower in its beak to decorate my hair, while a white rabbit sews a hemline from 4 rays of moonlight. Dressed appropriately, I face eastward and call out Tsubaki's name 7 times. In the blink of an eye, I'm standing on the path that leads to her house.
Der Kranich ist herbeigeflogen und hat mir eine Blume als Haarschmuck geschenkt. Wir haben den Haarschmuck, oder? Das weiße Häschen hat mir einen Rock aus 4 Stück Mondschein genäht. Also im Dunkeln. Ich habe mich schön angezogen und nach Osten 7-mal Tsubakis Namen gerufen. Also 1, 4, 7 Richtung Osten. In einem Wimpernschlag befand ich mich schon auf dem Pfad zu ihrem
Sounds like a
Zuhause.
fairy tale. So your mom would do a little ritual, and just like that, Tsubaki would come to meet her?
Tatsächlich klingt das sehr nach einem Adepten.
I have a feeling that it could be some sort of code. Let's get a little closer before coming to any conclusions.
Good idea.
Also nach Osten um 147 war das Wichtige. Also das wäre jetzt nach Osten. Ist aber halt nichts. Vielleicht der östliche Ausgang. Oder nach oben muss ich vielleicht.
There are some bushes on the rocks in here. Could that be anything?
Hat sie Büsche gesagt? Ja, das sieht doch verdächtig aus. Auffällige Steinwand. Die Steinwand sieht ein bisschen seltsam aus. Nichts machen und sofort gehen. Einmal klopfen. 4-mal klopfen. 7-mal klopfen. Man hört ein merkwürdiges Geräusch innerhalb der Steinwand.
There's nobody here. Just this box. Let's see what's inside.
Untersuchen.
Did it open? Did it open? Did our Inazuma Deptus leave any treasure here?
What's this?
Huh. Looks like a book.
It seems to be another notebook. Could it be Tsubaki's notebook? Let's step back outside now. The atmosphere here is different than I'd imagined. Somehow, it makes me a little reluctant to open the notebook.
Paimon knows what you mean. Reading in low light is really bad for your eyes. Come on, let's get back outside.
Ich glaube nicht, dass sie das gemeint hat, Paimon. Hier ist auch eine Höhle, okay. Die guten Onikabutos. Oh. Perfekt. Alter, hier sind ja einige Onikabutos. Schön. Da ist noch einer. Was waren es? 5, 6 Stück? Perfekt. Ah, und hier geht's wieder raus.
Someone needs assistance.
Here will do just fine.
All right, let's see what the notebook says. Ooh, Paimon bets it's all about mysterious treasure. Ah, so exciting!
Psst, Paimon.
What is it? Why are you whispering all of a sudden? You're making Paimon nervous.
Komm, gehen wir da drüben hin.
Oh, you want to let Ayaka read the notebook without distraction. Seems whatever's written in there must be pretty major after all. But, based on her expression, probably not a treasure map. What could it be?
Irgendwas, was Emotions macht.
Traveler, Paimon, sorry to keep you waiting so long.
No worries, it wasn't long at all. You're a very fast reader.
Hast du das Notizbuch zu Ende gelesen?
Yes, I have. I think I ought to share the truth of this notebook with you both. Even though the contents are completely different than what I was expecting.
Different how? You mean it wasn't a fox envoy who wrote this?
Not a fox envoy, no. It turns out that Tsubaki's real identity
Wie sich herausgestellt hat, ist
is my
Tsubaki...
mother herself.
Achso, ist es ihr... Wie sagt man? Fluchtort gewesen hier.
Huh?
Surprised? Me too. But that's what it says at the very beginning of the notebook. Tsubaki and I are the same person, and yet we are different. When I become Tsubaki, I stop being Kamisato Kayo and become the most ordinary woman in the world.
Ja, sag ich doch. Zufluchtsort ist hier.
What follows in these pages is the ordinary, everyday life of a regular person. Nothing more, nothing less. This notebook is, for the most part, a collection of my mother's musings, both private and trivial. All of the things we thought were about Tsubaki were in fact about my mother herself.
So, That means that the kimono design and the international dishes...
Are things that my mother wished to try, yes.
Irgendwie traurig. Konnte sie nie machen, wie es aussieht, ne?
I'm sure this all sounds utterly bizarre to you, but to me at least, my mother's behavior is completely understandable. Or to put it another way, I actually have another side to myself as well. I was at a loss for words when I started reading the contents of the notebook. It almost felt like someone had looked inside my mind, examined my thoughts, and then written them all down on paper.
Ayaka.
From the moment my mother married my father, she became the mother of the Kamisato household. And with that came all sorts of duties. At the same time, the prestige of the Yashiro Commission brought its own share of responsibility. On top of that, every action she ever took was seen as representing the Kamisato clan. People were always watching her. Under such circumstances, she never had much time to do the things she really wanted to do. After my parents passed away, Ayato and I took over responsibility for the affairs of the clan. We ran into all sorts of difficulties during that time. I'm not sure if people outside the clan could ever imagine what it was like. Every time I found myself up against a difficult issue, I'd ask myself, did my mother go through this too? What would she have done in this situation? Maybe it's because it had been so long since I last saw her, but somehow, all that was left of her in my mind was the side of her that inspired awe and commanded respect. But my image of her was incorrect. When I read this notebook, I realized she was just like me. Underneath whatever position she may have held, she was just an ordinary person. She liked pretty kimonos. She wanted to try food from different places. She yearned to see sights she'd never seen before. Maybe this all sounds immature to you, but I feel just the same way. I want to live life not as Kamisato Ayaka, but as an ordinary woman. Mother wrote that she'd always wanted to go to a local Inazuman festival. She said that sometimes, on a clear night, if you looked out from our house, you could see lights off in the distance. I've seen those lights too. It looks so lively with so many people. And it's so brightly lit, it makes the whole sky glow. Of course, sometimes it does make me a bit anxious from a public order perspective. But for someone of my position to just show up at a festival with no warning, it could be considered improper etiquette. Especially in my parents' generation, when the Yashiro Commission didn't have a particularly close relationship with the populace. Even if no one stopped us, the idea of the Yashiro Commission going out into the crowd, it'd certainly draw some strange looks. Mother said that she didn't want to put people on edge. She wanted everyone to enjoy the fun and freedom of the festival. She didn't want to disturb them, and didn't have much free time anyway, so she never went. Not even once.
Ah, das ist schon traurig.
Aw, so the kimono design, that must have been the outfit she planned on wearing if she ever did go to a festival, right?
That's right. And sometimes, festivals sell international food. She wanted to try that too. I hope this isn't a disrespectful thing to say, but I never knew my mother was so in touch with her inner child.
Well, that's not disrespectful at all. Paimon thinks your mom was the best of both. A big softie on the inside and a big sense of responsibility on the outside.
Without knowing it, I've ended up fulfilling several of my mother's wishes already. But going to a festival is the one thing that I cannot do for her. Perhaps this is one thing that can simply never be.
Du hast doch schon so viel erreicht.
I understand. Thank you. I think I realize something now. Mother and I are so similar in so many ways. The things she faced are things that I too will go on to face. She chose to place her unfulfilled wishes onto the identity of Tsubaki. As for me, I've already decided.
Oh, so you decided on an alter ego too?
No, I don't plan to do anything like that. I think I will set myself a new goal. To live each day without regrets.
Das ist ein gutes.
So, Traveler, Deep breaths, Ayaka. Deep breaths.
Paimon, wieso schaust du so?
Would you be at all interested in checking out an Inazuman festival?
Natürlich.
Paimon's been dying to go ever since we saw that poster. Paimon would love to go with you, Ayaka.
Du warst also wirklich noch nie auf einem Fest.
Hey, come on, don't make fun. It's just because I used to have the same concerns my mother did. But now, I don't think I need to worry about it so much. I'm going to be true to myself and fulfill the wish that my mother and I shared. I know that you of all people can understand me going my own way on this. So, let's do this, you and me. Let's go to a festival together.
Ich komme liebend gerne mit.
Paimon wants to come. Festivals here have loads of tasty snacks too, right? Oh, and fun and games.
Great. Thanks, you guys. If we head over now, we should still make it in time.
Oh, good point. Today is the last day, right? What are we waiting for? Let's go.
Ja, wo muss ich hin? Ah, da. Ich komm! Oh, was gibt's hier alles? Monster natürlich auch. Wäre sonst zu leicht. Komm! Kommt man die alle. Keine Überlebenden. Ey. Komm schon. Schalalalala.
Take this! Time for a light show!
Hast du Gegner auch noch? Ey, nicht ganz gesehen.
Ooh, let me open it.
Darf gar nicht versuchen abzuhauen, Kumpel. Die hole ich ja mir auch gleich. Okay,
Let's
nix.
get down to business.
Fire hazard! Here come the fireworks! Lightning flash!
Boom.
To the ferry.
Noch mehr Booms. Nice.
A reward on
Wo
the
ist jetzt
road.
der Elektro... Da, Seele-Dingsbums. Wo geht's hin? Ui, ui. Ja, das ist ein Stück. Alter, wo ist denn die ganze Insel? Nein. Nervensägen. Wunderschön.
A reward on the road.
Da ist eine Mission. Oh nee, da brauche ich den da. Kommst du durch? Ah ja. Easy. Schaffe ich aber nicht mehr, oder? 2, 3, 4, nee. 5. Zu weit weg. Leider zu langsam. So, eine Drehung reinhauen. Ich stecke ein bisschen fest. So. Jetzt schaffen wir es locker. Ich kenne da nix. Oh nee. Shit. Komm. Hui. Das war ja...
I'll keep this close.
Auf die Sekunde genau, ja? Ja, ich wollte es ein bisschen spannend machen, sonst wäre komplett langweilig hier. Mit Ayaka nur geschwafelt. Freund hier, Freund da. So. Nix. Hier blinkt auch irgendwas. Wo ist unser Mutter? Ne, ist wahrscheinlich unten, oder? Da. Elektro-Kokkulus. Sehr schön. Da ist noch Seegras, Seegras. Die spacken gerade so ein bisschen, habe ich gemerkt. Das Essen kommt nicht so schnell hoch, wie es sein sollte. So. Da war noch ein Elektro. Seli oder wie die Dinger heißen. Wo geht der hin? Wieder um die ganze Insel. So. Noch schönes Angelsymbol hingemacht. Wo ist die schon wieder? Oh, Mann. Die sind so schnell, siehst nicht mal, wo die hinfliegen. Nur noch durch Steine, ey. Halleluja.
Is this an answer from this world?
So, gehen wir aufs Fest. Mit unserer Ayaka.
Time for a light show. That didn't kill. Leave it all to me, as a dutiful
Einmal ein
maid
bisschen.
would.
So, einer ist down.
Take
Den
this.
haben wir auch schon weg. Nummer 3 ist auch weg. The last one.
Is this an answer from this world?
Someone needs assistance. Fuse is lit.
Immer erst, wenn ich sammle, kommt ihr raus. Dann gibt doch wenigstens eine Kiste. Also so gierig.
We're here, but it doesn't seem as lively as Paimon imagined. What's going on?
Since it's the final day, many of the visitors must have already returned home. I've heard that the peddlers often close up shop earlier on the last day because there are fewer people around.
Sind wir also doch zu spät?
I'll go and ask. Whatever happens, I at least need to go inside just this once.
That's the way to go. We'll be right there with you.
Geh mit Kamisoto Ayaka zusammen zu dem Fest. Mit dir. Ich sag doch, da hatte man das Feeling, weil das der Typ war, dass es so date-mäßig war und dass sie so ein bisschen auf ihn steht. Kann das sein? Vielleicht steht sie immer noch auf sie. Machen wir ein bisschen Scheren-Action. Wissen wir nicht.
It hasn't closed yet. It's just that there aren't many people left. Let's hurry and see as much as we can.
Kriegt man hin.
Hey, look at that stall. They have so many masks. Paimon's heard that everyone's supposed to wear a mask at these kinds of festivals. Is that rule still around nowadays, or...?
That used to be the custom, yes. And today, it's still a popular way to dress up during festivals. But it's not a hard and fast rule.
Hey! Is that who I think it is? Miss Kamisato, right?
Oh, greetings.
People seem to recognize Ayaka wherever we go. Guess that's just what it's like when you're a famous Inazuman.
But of course! The Kamisato clan leads the Yashiro Commission. It's one of the most well-known clans in Inazuma. Not least because back when Master and Miss Kamisato had just taken over the family's affairs, they used to make public appearances all the time. Some of the younger generations have never even seen Miss Kamisato in person before. Being the age I am, I'm lucky enough to have seen her on many occasions over the years.
You're too kind. My brother and I simply go where we must to fulfill our duties.
But this is the first time I've seen anyone from your family at a festival. There must be some official business, I take it.
Oh, there isn't actually. Today, I'm taking my traveler friend here around to see the sights.
Oh, a traveler? Huh. Now that you mention it, you do look like you've come a long way to get here. First time in Inazuma? Hope you enjoy yourself, young one.
War ein bisschen schwer herzukommen, aber ansonsten ganz schön.
Ah, excuse me 1 second. Hey everyone, listen up! Don't close up yet! Miss Kami-Sato has come to join the festival!
No, it's not like that. Please, there's no need to make a fuss. We're just here to...
Danke.
Yeah, thanks a lot, mister. If you hadn't let them know, they'd start closing down about now, right? At least it sure looks like that time of day.
Yep, you got it. But on account of this being the first time Miss Kami-Sato has ever come to the festival, it seems only fair to keep things open a little longer. Oh, here's a couple of masks for you. On the house.
No. You've been far too accommodating to us already. We couldn't possibly...
Don't give me all that. Here you go. Here you go. It's not often that we regular folks get some attention from the Yashiro Commission, so I've got to mark the occasion somehow. Besides, it'll make me look bad if you refuse.
Für ihn ist es Werbung.
But...
Wenn die gute Ayaka hier so eine Maske trägt, beste Werbung.
Okay, I think I understand.
Vielen Dank für deine Großzügigkeit.
It's my pleasure. You have yourself a good time.
Sir, do you have anything for Paimon?
Oh, hello there, kiddo. I'm sorry, but we don't have any masks in your size.
Huh? Surely you're not gonna let Paimon be the only one at the festival without a mask?
Arme Paimon.
Paimon, don't worry. Wearing a mask is optional.
But... Paimon doesn't want to feel left out.
How about a tree leaf? That should be enough to cover up that little face of yours.
What? No way!
Oh, okay then. In that case, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do right now. But don't you worry, kiddo. I'll have a mini mask made specially for you when I get back.
I cannot thank you enough.
Aw, it's nothing. But I won't hold you up any longer. You should go and enjoy the festival while everything's still lit up.
All right. Traveler, shall we? Oh, wait. Just one thing. I need to explain myself. I got a little nervous back there and I just made up any old excuse. But don't think of this as me taking you sightseeing, please. I brought you here because I genuinely wanted to spend time with you.
Mach dir keine Sorgen, Ayaka. Ich weiß schon, wie du das gemeint hast. Das dachte ich mir. Nehmen wir das untere.
Okay, great.
Komm, lauf voraus. Kann ich die Maske eigentlich immer so tragen, oder? Wie ist das?
Traveler, look! This stall's doing fortune slips.
Miss Kami-Sato! Hello there! You're out with friends today? Oh, what a rare privilege! Welcome, welcome! Would you like to give it a go?
Okay. How much is it per draw?
I wouldn't expect you to know this, but the Yashiro Commission was very good to my uncle on my father's side at one point in time. Thinking about it, it was when your father was around. I think he dealt with it personally. So you see, how could I possibly take your money?
What? Are you sure?
Of course! If you like what you see, then please, be my guest. Same goes for your two friends here.
Traveler? Paimon? What do you think?
Seems like everyone wants to do something nice for Ayaka. So, If they insist, who are we to resist?
Wenn das Angebot steht, lasse ich es mir nicht entgehen. Mit dir im Schlepptau bin ich heute was ganz Besonderes. Wenn das Angebot steht, lasse ich es mir nicht entgehen.
Well, if that's how you feel, then okay. We'll take you up on your kind offer, sir. Let's each do a draw.
Alrighty then. Whenever you're ready. Draw a slip and reveal your fortune.
Du hast ein Orakelstäbchen gezogen. Finde heraus, was es bedeutet.
Open it up and see how you fare.
Whoa! Which one did you get? Paimon got Rising Fortune.
No way! We got the same one! Traveler, what did you get?
Auf meinem steht großes Glück vom Himmel.
Wow, you're so lucky!
Ja klar. Du weißt, was heute Nacht passiert. Mhm.
Oh, congratulations are in order. Here's what great fortune from heaven means. The blessings of the gods are upon you. Your voyage ahead shall be plain sailing, and all your endeavors shall prosper. In other words, your good luck isn't about to run out anytime soon.
Das hoffe ich doch.
What a great sign! Good things lie ahead!
Bei nächsten Zehnerziehungen will ich Gold sehen, hast du verstanden? Sonst komme ich zurück zu diesem Stand. Ich randaliere da.
Congratulations.
You all have very fine fortunes lined up. With this kind of luck, you'll certainly be able to achieve anything that you wish.
Well said! Here's hoping that our good luck will never run out!
Miss Kamisato.
This food stall sells all kinds of Inazuman specialties. Anything you want to eat, it's my treat.
Wow! It all looks so good! Is it okay if Paimon has one of everything?
So klein, aber so großer Magen.
Of course it is.
But we don't want anything to go to waste. Let's try them one at a time. Ooh, Ayaka, Paimon wants those dango.
Sure.
Ich hätte gern einen von diesen Eierkuchen.
Those look good too. Ooh, but so do the egg rolls. Paimon will try an egg roll too, please.
All right then. I too shall have a Sakura mochi.
All right, coming right up.
This Sakura mochi is just delicious.
Not bad, huh? It's one of our best sellers.
Oh, please, sir. Paimon would like some more.
I don't know if it's rude of me to ask, but how is this kind of snack actually made?
You want to try your hand at making it yourself? No problem. Just give me a second and I'll write out the recipe for you.
Ooh, a new recipe?
Are you sure about this? If you share the recipe, isn't that tantamount to giving away your trade secrets or something?
Well, it was you who gave Kiminami Restaurant that recipe for an overseas dish, wasn't it? She and I are good friends. We trade culinary tips all the time. Here you go. Just treat it as me returning a favor on behalf of my friend.
Thank you so much. I will study it very carefully and try my best to do it justice.
You there. You want the recipe too? Go on, I can see that you enjoyed it.
Danke.
There's no greater feeling than creating delicious food with your own two hands. You should definitely give it a try.
I will. Once I've learned how to make it, will you two be my taste testers?
Natürlich.
Oh, definitely. Can't wait.
Ich freue mich schon darauf.
All right. I'll do my best.
Well, we may have arrived near the end of the festival, but it's still been super fun. Paimon approves.
Yes, I agree. To spend the festival together with you today has been a truly wonderful experience.
Den Obststand hat sie einfach ignoriert, hä?
This stall sells prayer plaques. It's an Inazuman tradition. You draw your wish onto a pentagonal piece of wood called a prayer plaque, and pray that it will come true.
Sounds similar to the way people in Liyue release lanterns during Lantern Rite. Those are used for making wishes too.
Welcome. Looking for prayer plaques? Every wish is sacred, and you've still got time to make yours before the festival ends.
Looks fun! Shall we give it a try? Oh, wait, there's writing and drawing involved? Ugh, count Paimon out then. Paimon's head's feeling kind of fuzzy after eating so much just now. Not the
2 prayer plaques, please, sir.
Komm, Paimon.
2 prayer plaques for the young lady. There you go.
Traveler, have you decided on your wish?
Yep, und du?
Yes.
You can either draw a picture to represent your wish or write it out in words. Either way, once you've committed your wish onto your plaque, please hang it onto the prayer rack.
Wait, so they'll be on public display? Alright, well, let's see what you got.
Schreib deinen Wunsch auf ein
That will do
Holztäfelchen.
for mine.
Die schwarzen Bilder, die sind immer zu schnell zum Lesen. Ey. Ich bin soweit.
May I see yours?
Natürlich. Also ich will ihren Bruder sehen, ne?
This is you and your brother, isn't it?
Yep.
It's lovely.
Ja, ich will ihn zurück.
You'll be back together one day. Paimon believes it, and you should too.
I believe it too. Your wish will surely come true. And I will keep you in my prayers.
Ayaka, what did you draw? Is that Tenchukaku?
That's right. I wish for peace and happiness for everyone in Inazuma, and good health for my family and friends. I do hope that wish can come true.
Ganz bestimmt.
Thank you. That gives me hope. I think that might be all we have time for today.
Aw, it's time to leave already?
I'm afraid so. The festival is coming to a close. Time flies when you're having fun. It seems to flow away from you like a rushing river, as precious and short-lived as a cherry blossom dancing in the wind.
Ja, Mann, wenn wir Japan gehen, ich hoffe, die sind auch noch da. Die guten Kirschblüten.
It's time to leave.
Weil wir gehen im April anfangen, könnte dann schon vorbei sein, wenn wir Tokio landen. Weil ich habe die Kirschblüten-Saison, Blütezeit irgendwas, tun die immer schon so ein Forecast machen. Und da stand es schon im März, so 3. Woche März anfängt, glaube ich. Ich hoffe, wir kommen da noch an, da sind noch welche.
Traveler, today was the first time in my life that I've ever been to a festival.
Geil, gell?
You've known me for some time now. I think you understand my personality, don't you?
Yep.
Knowing me, I just know that today could not have been such a happy day without you.
Hab ich gern gemacht.
So thank you. Today really meant a lot to me. And the memories will always have a special place in my heart. Festivals are great. There aren't many rules. Everyone has that smile that comes from deep inside. And it's just so carefree and happy. If I ever get the chance, I want to go again.
Ich auch.
You too? Great! You know, we're kind of similar, with both of us having a brother. Sometimes, I feel like I can relate to the determination you must have to get your brother back.
Ja, er bedeutet mir unheimlich viel. Ihn zu finden ist der ganze Grund für meine Reise. Ja, er bedeutet mir unheimlich viel.
I understand. Family bonds are inseparable. No one can break them. They are the most important roots we have in this world. You will find him. Come what may, you must never give up. I will always be here for you as your... as your friend. I will always support you.
Deswegen sag ich ja, wenn du als Junge bist, dann kommt es so ein bisschen romantisch rüber, weil die was anderes sagen wollte. Aber ich sage, es kann immer noch sein, dass sie trotzdem noch Feelings hat. Danke, Ayaka. Ich auch hatte Auch ich hatte heute viel Spaß. Danke, dass du uns so eine gute Gastgeberin warst. Danke, Ayaka. Was ist denn los?
As long as you're happy, I'm happy.
Und gehen wir zusammen nach Hause? Ja, nein, vielleicht?
Oh, Traveler. There's something that I'd like to do. If you could spare me yet another moment. Please, keep your eyes on me.
Eine süße Waifu. Ih. Wunderschön.
What do you think of my dance? Did you like it?
It was so pretty.
Yep.
Beautiful, elegant, and something else Paimon can't put into words. Paimon doesn't really know what it was, but it is art.
Es war entzückend.
I'm not very good at this kind of dance. So, as long as I didn't embarrass myself, that's all that matters. I just had a sudden urge, and I ran with it. In a way, that sort of sums up today for me. Dancing like nobody's watching.
Ich habe dich gerne in meiner Nähe.
That goes for you, too. When I'm with you, time seems to slow down and speed up at the same time. Anyway, it looks like this is goodbye for today. I can see myself the rest of the way back.
Gute Nacht, Ayaka.
Good night, Traveler.
Du hast mich nicht mitgenommen. Diese harte Arbeit für nichts. Okay. Dann haben wir halt ein bisschen Pluspunkte gemacht für sie. Vielleicht nächstes Mal. Wunderschön. Da habe ich doch gleich was gesehen. Vielen Dank. So. Oh, Zutaten auch. Dann gehen wir doch zu meinem alten Gebiet. Zack, zack. Immer noch nicht. Katastrophe mit dem Käse. Oh, Sarah wird mich jetzt wieder nerven. Am Rand bleiben. Gut so.
Add Astro.
Brauche ich nochmal 3. Ah, die recherchiere. Naja. So. Machen wir noch kurz. Unseren Teestube. Wie heißt es? Kanne der Vergänglichkeit. Die gute Kanne der Vergänglichkeit. Gib mir Stuff.
We have put it.
So, haben wir überhaupt noch 3? Ne, ich muss wahrscheinlich. Da ist einer. Muss ich 2 kaufen. 2 Pläne. Wunderschön.
If you ever.
So. Wie viel haben wir? 6 von 10 schon wieder. Läuft. Sehr schön. So. Aber Leute, das war's mit einer Production. Hier war Robi. Wir haben Genshin Impact Part 42 gespielt. Hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Kommentiert, subscribe und ich hoffe, wir sehen uns das nächste Mal. Bye bye und ciao.